Welcome back, everyone. This is Dana Code, and we're continuing on with our Mashinky ERA 5 playthrough. We are currently in ERA 4, and the goals of this episode are going to be to get the steel industry up and running, basically. So, but before we do that, just one announcement, very small announcement. I have some family coming in from out of town, so just as a heads up, next week the video may be delayed. It may be actually delayed by 1 week, but rest assured, I will be back. So anyways, now we have just entered ERA 4, and I want to get the iron industry working and up and running. I did run some rails to, let me see, the Steelworks here. And I also ran some rails to, let's get our bearings here, the sand quarry here. So that should be able to make allow us to deliver sand to the steelworks, and we also need iron ingot and coal as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a sand train going here. I also wanted to note, I'm going to mess around with these roundabouts because they're still not up to snuff. I did find out that, because I kind of played with them the other day, that if I delete, let me just pause here real quick, if I delete the exit signals, like the ones that are just coming off it here, like that, and then go ahead and add a signal before and after the exit. Oops, no, I just deleted that. This tends to work okay. So that'll give anything in, basically give anything in the roundabout a free exit. So if it's going to exit, it can. The problem with that is that if you have a signal too far away from the exit, like in this instance, we can fit at least 2 trains here. So if I put another one here, then that should alleviate that. So you don't want, even though you're deleting this one, you don't want one too far away. So you want one at least a track length for at least a 1/8 long train. So a train that's 8 squares long, or 8 units, I guess. Yeah. I'm also going to put one here. And I don't want the chain signal here, so we're just going to create a just a regular block signal there. Also this one here. No, I don't want that one. I want one before that. So before the entrance as well. Just like that. There we go. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, at least this one here, and see if that works. I also am going to do that same setup for this roundabout just here. So we're going to delete the exit signals like so. And then these are going to, the entrance signals are going to go into a block signal instead of a chain signal. And then before the entrance, we want one on the actual roundabout. So before the entrance here, before the entrance there, and before the entrance here. And then on both sides of the exit, like so. I found that this kind of works okay. I'm not sold on the roundabouts anymore. Like I think this is kind of going to be a failed experiment almost. If anybody has any other suggestions on this, or maybe signal layouts that I'm just not seeing, which is completely possible. I'm not the definitive expert on this by far. But if anybody has any other suggestions, yeah, let me know in the comments, or point me to your video, or point me to like a wiki or some other forum that explains how roundabouts work a little bit better and the best signaling for them. So anyways, but we're gonna keep an eye on them and see if that works. So okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Sand quarry. So we need a train, obviously. And I like this era. That's not the button I wanted. I like this era, the 4th era, because it has one of my favorite trains. It's not the fastest train, but it is pretty much hassle-free, and it's the Bangle. Like the Bangle and the Sasha. We can't buy the Sasha yet because we don't have, obviously, steel tokens. But we can definitely buy the Bangle because it's only 400. And the Bangle, so it's slow, but it has a lot of horsepower, so which is great. So that's like my favorite engine. So I'm also going to replace a lot of trains, like the older trains, with the Sasha, or with the Bangle, by the way, in just a few minutes. So we're going to do that as well. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and buy, let's see here, some sand coaches, trains, whatever, wagons. Okay, so that's 300 tons, and we can do at least 2, 3, 4, so 375, and that's a pretty long train. So like this thing has pretty good hauling power. Like that's just one engine, and we have, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. Let me just do it all in one thing here, because when you scroll, you lose your place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 of them. So that's a lot of hauling power. So it has good horsepower, is basically what I'm saying. This thing has 650 horsepower just for that one single engine. Anyways, so we're gonna give this thing orders to go from, oops, that was my wrong button. Let's just close that for now. And we're gonna give it orders to go from Sand Quarry, and this looks like a short station, so we're gonna have to upgrade here. I'll do that in just a second, and we're gonna go all the way down to our Steelworks. And I think one should be good for now. There he goes. Yeah, I like these bangles. They're pretty cool. It's getting to look like almost a modern train there. So cool. Okay, so he's on his way. I did want to upgrade the sand here. Just looking around. So I want to make sure that this is okay. So we need a signal box. We'll just tuck that in there. And then let's go ahead and, oops, nope. I want to go ahead and put on some more station here. Just like so. Cool. I should probably, let's see if we can buy some extensions here. Yeah, there's only 2 extensions for this. So we might as well. And since we have that, we might as well do a freight station as well here. And a storage building. Yeah, cool. So we'll have enough sand for years. Enough sand to make our own beach. Very cool. Alright, so that should get sand going to the iron, or steelworks here, I should say. Let's look at the steelworks here real quick. So we have no extensions on that. Steelworks, so steelworks takes sand, as I said, and coal and iron ingot, and makes steel. And there's another recipe here. And then it also takes, there's an oxygen mazut furnace that we can actually replace the coal, delivering coal with refined oil. So that's pretty cool as well. So I'm going to do all of them. We'll stick that right there. It looks good to me. And we'll just put this on the other side here. And that, we'll just kind of do that. That's pretty cool looking here, isn't it? I like these. They usually have a little bit of animation as well, some of these guys. Okay, so we did that. Let's go ahead and also make sure that this station is up to snuff. And I see this down here, but let's just do this real quick. We'll do a storage building. We'll just stick that right there. Looks good to me. Do a freight station. We'll put that right behind the signal box here. Yeah, freight station. There you go. And that should be good. So that is a fully functional railway station. It's actually a terminal, to be honest. It's not going anywhere else. All right, so what do we got here? We got a little bit of a lockup, although no, we look all right. So it's just things going slowly. Okay, fine. All right. So what else do we need for steel? We also need coal. A few options for that. We have our new coal mine here. And how is this looking for coal? So this looks like it has. It's not struggling, but it's not making a ton as well. And we have all of our upgrades, except for the timber tunnel sports. I don't think we're going to be delivering timber anytime soon. So let's go ahead and let's just make sure that our station is fully upgraded as well. We already have the storage building, freight station, and signal box. We can do a coal hopper as well, so that should allow us to speed up loading and unloading of coal, which is good, and stores more. So, all right. So that, hopefully, we can get some more coal out of this, but I think we can throw another train on there, and we should be okay. We shouldn't run out of coal too fast. So let's do that. There's the other option is it's a pretty good option actually, and is this forest over here where we have a bunch of coal as well. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and do storage building on this so we can store more coal. We don't have enough money or enough iron ingot tokens for that, but I think I'm gonna take a train from here and then go there. I think that's the best bet, so let's do that. Okay, all right, so we're gonna do our Bangle just as we did on our last train there. And what are we doing? Coal and facts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, can't do any more of those. 6, 7. Okay, so that is 447, and we have 7. Just under 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy another Bangle. Thing with the Bangles though is they run on money tokens, so I'm going to keep an eye on the money. We have tons of it right now. We have a lot of money. But if we keep on adding these, that's gonna change really quick. So I want this to be a pretty long train. I want it to be fully, do as much coal as possible here. So I think we can actually. I almost want to leave it at 804, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell one of those Lins and buy a Talbot. Let's take off one of these and then buy a Talbot. And that's about as long as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and sell that lens. And then, I didn't want to do that. Second time I did that this series. What I was trying to do is I was trying to put that engine on the back. Like so. There we go. Okay. So let's give him orders to go from, and I did that again. I can't believe I did that again. Give him orders to go from, if I can find it, here we go. From this forest over here. And we're going all the way to the Steelworks. It's not too far of a way to go. I think they're about equal distance almost. So that's all right. Okay. And he's going to go here. Start him on his way. Okay, so that is sand and that is coal being delivered to the Steelworks. Next is going to be iron. And I think we have a good amount of iron in that foundry, like not too far away. So let's go look at that. That is right here. And what are we looking at here? So we have, yeah, we have like 285, so we're good there. So we can definitely throw some of this iron ingot over into the Steelworks, and that's a pretty short distance. So that's just up here, going there to there, not too far at all. Okay, so I was looking at, I wanted to look at the station here, see what extensions we have. So we do have the signal box and the freight station, but we don't have a storage building, oddly enough. Right there looks fine to me. Alright. So let's go ahead and buy an iron ingot train. Again, using our Bangle. And I will take care of that warning in just a second. Alright, so what do we got here? We should have enough for the shoe steel 3, a few of these anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those. Okay, so this is 469. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to buy another Bangle. Stick it on and buy a few more of these shoe steel 2s. We have 781 to play with here. Oh god, what am I doing? Making it too long again. Hello. These are long. I didn't think the shoe steel 2s were that long. Alright, so there we go. Let's just sell those. No need. And then go back to here and just stick this on the end. Okay. So I can't believe I keep doing that. I keep just like going over. I'm looking at what I'm doing is I'm looking at the weight and forgetting about the length, because usually the weight runs out before the length does. So, okay, so we got, he's going to go from here. There we go. And then go to our Steelworks. Beauty. Okay, so we have 3 trains, each taking what the Steelworks needs. And once they start doing their thing, once they start doing a few loads here and there, we'll look at the Steelworks and see basically what is kind of missing. So we want to keep all 3 on a balance and not running out. So we'll see what shortages there are, and then we'll add trains for each of those accordingly. So basically, if what I'm saying here is basically as if over a few times, if we run out of, say we're running out of coal and we have enough sand and iron ingot, then we'll add another coal train. So that's what basically, you know, what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So our roundabout seems to be doing okay. Both of them. So we haven't had any issues there that I know of. I haven't really been looking at them too closely. But I think we're okay here. Yeah, looks like it's running fine. Alright. Now. The next thing I want to do is I want to start, since we're in this era, I want to go ahead and start replacing trains again, because a lot of our trains are getting really old. So I'm not going to do a Baldwin to a Baldwin. However, we do want to replace a lot of these Baldwins with our favorite Bangle. So we're going to do that. And you can see it's difference of 2 miles per hour, but we gain 250 horsepower, which is great. So so we got 3 of these, so maybe five of the oldest ones here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that, and the rest look okay. And maybe we'll do these ones as well. Do that one and that one. Why not? Because they're getting on too. So that should be good for now for those. So the Baldwin to the Bangle. Let's go ahead and remove that. And how are we doing? We only have one Russian. How is he doing though? Let's see. He definitely needs replacing, so we'll replace him as well. Where is he? Yeah. Okay, so there's that. So let's. The only other ones that we have are the ED. I mean, these are kind of new, right? So let's look at. Let's remove that. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the 2A4 class. I think most of these should be okay. We do have some pretty old ones here, so let's go ahead and place these guys as well. I think that should be good. Okay. So what that means, like last time we did this, is our section over here is going to get super duper busy. So we're going to have to babysit this for a little while. But in the meantime, I'd like to go ahead and make... I wanted to look at our oil production as well, refined oil. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like we're running out of oil. So we can chuck a few more oil trains down here as well. Let's see how our oil well is doing, which is down here. All right, so we have... I think we have pretty much every extension we can get for that, yeah. And oh wow, so it's full up, but I really need a freight station here and also a storage building. Yikes. So that should help. All right, so let's chuck a few more oil trains going there, maybe 2 of those. Let's see, Sasha, or no, it's not Sasha, the Bangle, there we go. So the Bangle, and how are we for oil trains on this? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, get up here. So, all right, so orders for this guy. You're gonna go from the oil well here to our handy dandy refinery. Yes. Let's go ahead and duplicate him on the meantime. Perfect. Start him off as well. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to let's just look at this traffic jam here. We can close that. Yeah, so it's going. It's just gonna take its time. Alright, so when this one goes, we should have one of our oil trains come out, I think. Or no, this guy's coming in, so never mind. Here's one. Okay, so here's our first oil train. Coming out there. Okay. So very cool. So let's look at our Steelworks here. All right, so it's looking like so far at the station we have pretty good amount of coal. We're making steel, and we have pretty good amount of. So let's let that run for a little bit more. I do want to put on, now that we're making steel, I do want to put on. Okay, so we have factory up here. All right, there we go. All right, so what I want to do is I want to start delivering steel to our factory up there. And I think that's the closest one we have. I'm trying to remember if we had another factory hooked up, and I don't think we do. We have a couple Steelworks, but only the one factory, and I don't think there's anything really closer. The factory has one of those, like this thing here, that symbol. So there's one there, and that's kind of out of the way. There's one here, and that's kind of out of the way over here to the left. Although that may be another option as well. That's sort of probably closer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up tracks. And I think I'm just going to hook them up directly. So I'm going to like just come from the station, go down through here. I think we'll tee this off, maybe make a roundabout here, and then go directly here. That's gonna be, yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do a time lapse and I'll be right back.
That's where you are. That's where you are.
Okay, so that's, I think, more tunnel than I've ever laid. Well, dug out, I guess, is the correct term. More track in a tunnel than I laid, anyways. So that's cool. So we have like multiple ways to get to it now. So we have this roundabout here, and that is connecting up the exiting and entering of the station on this side. So where the stonework or where the steelworks is, and then you can go on to other places as well. But anyway, so we have it coming here, going out and into this circle, this roundabout, and then it goes all the way here, and this is all new. So we hooked up the town, so we can probably get the passengers out of there, and also there's a post here, so we can get some mail delivery. And we also have this, so what I'm going to do is, if we need some more oil, just kind of come off here and do its own dedicated terminal, which is great. So yeah, so a lot of good things. All right, so let's go ahead and buy one steel train and have him delivered to our factory over here. Just seeing, yeah. And he has like a direct route now, so that's good. Okay, so let's get him. And what's going on here? Do we have a lockup? Okay. Let's go ahead and buy our steel train while we're thinking about it. Alright, so what are you doing here? So it's going. Oh, it's just being upgraded. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Bangle, and this guy is going to do steel, which is going to be our first steel train. And how are we doing here? So we can do some molar 3s, I think. Those are really heavy. Okay, so we got that looks like it. So that's pretty good. It's 348 tons and 732. I think if I put on one more, so 30, so 81. Yeah, so that's going to go well out of the range of our length, and 34 tons. Yeah, so the length will be too big. So, but that's good. We have a lot of them. So this should be a good hauler. All right, so let's go ahead and give him orders. And he is going from, there's so much stuff going on. There he is. So he is going from our Steelworks, going up into our factory. Awesome. Okay. And there he is. I like these cars. Those are pretty cool. So it's gonna put rolls on there. That's neat. Okay, so I think, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. We have our iron industry, or steel industry, excuse me, I keep on calling it iron. Our steel industry going pretty well. We have done a lot of track laying through mountains, which is pretty cool. Going ahead and doing our steelworks, or hooking up our steelworks to a factory. Alternately, we could have delivered to the factory that we already had, but I like that other one because it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit closer, so it'll be a little bit easier to get to. And well, you know, I always like laying new tracks, so that's always the best part of the game, trying to figure all that out. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there, and again, the small announcement, the next episode may be a little delayed, maybe by a week or so, so don't be scared that I've given up on it. I have family coming in from out of town, so that's that. That takes precedence. Anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when there is another one, even though it's going to be delayed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon. I really appreciate it. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming along for the ride. Bye for now.